Welcome back to the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, an Imperial audience with Emhyr var Emreis, or for Geralt, known as Duny, because Geralt knew him years before he became Emperor. He cured him of a curse, which allowed him to become Emperor. Anyway, I'm gonna go with this one.
Black suits the gentleman. Does the outfit satisfy the gentleman?
A studded doublet and a sword on my back, that's what would satisfy me. But tough, when in Nilfgaard.
Yes?
It's a saying. So what now? Powder my nose?
No need. The gentleman's complexion is light enough. The gentleman is to stand before the ruler of the North and South. I must confirm that he knows how to bow.
Confirm away.
Please watch. Leg extended, hand flat, head down, chin to chest. The gentleman will rehearse. Lacking fluidity and grace. But we've learned to expect less of Nordlings. Come with me.
Well, you better expect even less than that, because that's the only...
Address the Emperor only when asked to, and using the appropriate title.
Your arch-magnificency?
I see the gentleman is in the mood for jests. I fear the Emperor might not share his disposition. Your Majesty will suffice. Spoken loudly, clearly, and with respect.
Yeah. Your Imperial Majesty. The reason behind that is because emperors generally had various kingdoms under their rule with their own monarchs. So that's why they used Imperial Majesty there. Also, I will not bow to Emhyr. I'll explain why later.
Imgrimi eb art ketzer. Dijfen aden in karn eb marvoet. Emhyr var Emreis.
Bow. Your Imperial Majesty.
Arer eb the orde.
Velen namen, vatken favort. So many months at Foltest Court, yet you still haven't mastered the basics of etiquette.
Know what they say? Can't teach an old wolf new tricks. Take it you didn't summon me to reminisce about the good old days, so...
Silence. My daughter Cirilla, she's returned. And she's in danger. The Wild Hunt pursues her. You will find her and bring her to me.
Are you sure? Ciri left. Went far, far away.
Do you believe I drag you here in the middle of a war to discuss a rumor?
I think anyone can be wrong, even an emperor.
I had forgotten how insolent you can be. I haven't the time to convince you, nor the desire, in fact. Yennefer will do that after the audience.
How many men in your army? 20,000? 30? So why me?
You know why. Because she trusts you.
She trusts me, yes. So tell me why you're looking for her. Doubt it's about making up for all those lost years.
For reasons of state, as always. Enough of this banter. You will agree regardless. If for no other reason than because I shall pay you. More than you customarily receive for a contract. Considerably more.
I need information, not motivation. Ciri leaves few tracks. She'll be hard to find.
My corps of spies will help you. Count on them, and my army, should the need arise. Yennefer will tell you the rest. This audience is finished. Mererid! Take him to the sorceress.
The reason behind not bowing was due to Geralt's past with him.
Gentlemen not understand.
You see, when Duny was much younger, Emhyr, Duny, whatever, same person, by the way. When he was much younger, Geralt removed the curse from him, which allowed him to become Emperor in Nilfgaard. He would not have taken the throne otherwise. Not to the curse. He was, in a sense, a werewolf in a way, but not quite a werewolf. He was a furry beast during daytime, would only become normal human at night. So that's just something to take into consideration there, I think.
Did I not emphasize adequately that one must bow to the Emperor?
Relax. Nothing happened.
To the gentleman. But I shall be punished.
How?
Please keep close and bother no one.
Yes,
Which is a
yes.
way to get for one day.
Yeah, well, poor you. I don't give a fuck.
Do you know who you're
And in this situation between Geralt and Emhyr, where both of them are the fathers of Cirilla, one the biological father, Emhyr, and the other the adoptive one, Geralt. I don't think bowing is the proper way of introducing yourself.
Mind if I interrupt?
Why not join in instead?
We're discussing neutrality. How difficult it is to preserve.
Still worth trying.
Because?
Because there are few causes worth serving, even fewer men. Enough about that. Mind if we change the subject? So, talk to the Emperor.
Why did he summon you?
So not even you know.
No. But I wager it's an ordinary witch's contract.
Some werebubs. See ya.
Soon, mind you.
The commander of the garrison is here, and he's shaved. Interesting. Well, I guess you don't appear before the Emperor unshaved.
Civilization ends at this camp's boundary.
Once the gentleman is done, he should see me to retrieve his possessions.
That quill sharpened yet? Yes? Then transcribe. The true authority in Novigrad is not the city council or the merchants guild, but the Church of the Eternal Fire and the criminal underworld. At times it is difficult to tell the one from the other. They both display a similar ruthlessness and cynicism that...
Please wait, Your Excellency. I'm falling behind.
You know what? I'll write the report myself. You'll need only prepare a clean draft. In triplicate.
Vedimi. Directly out of Nordling Tales. Inconceivable.
Geralt, that tunic. You look positively smashing.
Dying to take it off.
I'd consider that a proposition under different circumstances. One I might even take you up on. But we've matters to attend to. Now do you understand why I'm at Emhyr's court?
And seems we're in the same boat now. Ciri, she's really back? No chance he's mistaken?
Look. That's more or less what she looks like now. Or so our agents claim. Our little witch has grown into a young lady.
So they're our agents now? My, you've clearly settled in quick.
Geralt, don't twist my words. I know who Emhyr is. He started this war and its bloodshed. He had my friends killed. But I haven't any other choice. So please, let's not belabor the pros and cons and instead focus on finding Ciri. All right?
Right. Emhyr said the Wild Hunt's after her. I'd find that hard to believe before what happened yesterday. How did they track us down?
Because of me. You see, I've spent months searching for Ciri, using locating spells, haruspicy, geomancy, anything, really. I knew the Wild Hunt might sense it, perhaps even find me, but I thought I'd tricked them.
Well, guess you were wrong.
I've sensed them on my trail, hunting me, for some time. If not for you and Emhyr's soldiers, they'd have gotten what they were after. I can't risk another encounter like that. It's time to put away the magic, turn to more traditional methods. To the best tracker I know. You must find her, Geralt, before the Wild Hunt does.
The Wild Hunt? What could it want from Ciri?
I've no clue, Geralt. Might have written them to ask, but I don't have their address. I know as much as you do. It must be about her blood. Her gift. As for what the Hunt wishes to do with that gift, I'd prefer not to think about it, really.
So where's Ciri been seen, exactly?
In two places. Velen and Novigrad. The trail in Velen is most promising. You should make that your first stop. Ask for a merchant named Hendrik at the inn at the crossroads. One of the Emperor's agents. He should get in touch with you.
That's it? No passwords? Secret handshakes?
None. Sorry to spoil your fun. Your boyhood fantasies about the crafts of the trade. All we have in Novigrad are unconfirmed reports, rumors. But there you will have the help of our mutual acquaintance. Triss Merigold. Apparently she's got a cozy flat on the main square.
Sure she'll be delighted to see me. What about you? What will you do?
I shall sail for Skellige. There was a magic explosion there recently, blew half a forest down. I believe this had something to do with Ciri. I'll be in Caer Trold. Join me there once you've learned something.
One thing before we go. Why didn't you contact me? Didn't need me? Didn't even want to see me?
I didn't want to spoil things. I'd heard you and Triss made a great couple.
Yen, I'd lost my memory.
Really? That's your excuse? Let's drop it, all right? It's not what you think, or it helped me understand how much I love you. I don't wish to hear it. Any of it.
You know, I'm just gonna put it bluntly. Whoever would blame someone who lost his fucking memory of not remembering his long lost love is reaching. Like, really fucking reaching. But then again, I could certainly see a lot of women doing this. Oh, yes. Mind you, I think Yennefer's voice actress is actually pretty damn good. Like, really good choice there, CD Projekt, for both Ciri and Yennefer.
Guess this means we need to split up again. Not my preference, but I understand. Clock's ticking.
It is indeed. So why don't I teleport you to Velen, get you there at once?
Not gonna happen. I'll go on horseback, as soon as I can get changed.
Have it your way? Oh, and you really look quite dashing in black velvet.
Think so? Maybe I can have some of my armor lined with it. Good luck, Yen.
Same to you. And if you wish to learn what's happened in the world while you and Vesemir roamed the wilderness, talk to Ambassador Varatra. That's him over there. And Geralt, I know it's wartime, but try not to be a hero, all right? Just check those leads and come back to me, in one piece. I shall be waiting.
Alright. Besides getting a voice actress for child Ciri, well, that's gonna be fun. Wait, the books are following him, her. Yeah, I guess. Anyway,
nicely.
like the child actress did Hermione during some of the old Harry Potter games. I've played them. I know, I recognize that voice for Hermione anywhere. It's a good actress, though. Good choice. Mischievous young lady. Yep. Now these frame rate drops are weird. I guess it's because my GPU is overheating. Because I'm really stressing it out in both performance and temperature. My fans are only running at 60%. Anyway. Time to come face to face with the consequences of my Witcher 2 decisions. Or at least some of them. Learn what happened. Precision bolt. Yeah.
A shame I have no time.
Ambassador Varatra, Yennefer suggested I ask you about current events, the war and so on.
Of course. The Emperor's servants should keep no secrets from each other. If you will, let us approach the map.
What's new in Skellige?
Nothing. The islanders pride themselves on that, don't they? Doing everything according to tradition, as their forefathers did. And like their forefathers, they quarrel with each other, pillage, occasionally attack our transports. This is cumbersome, but nothing more. Skellige has always been a footnote to history, and so it shall remain.
Sound awfully confident. What if King Bran manages to unite the Jarls? Lead all the clans against your fleet?
King Bran is a feeble old man. From what I know, he barely remembers the names of his own vassals. Uniting all might prove difficult.
Any news from Novigrad? Is the free city still free?
Yes, although everyone knows this won't last. Radovid is in Oxenfurt, and the Emperor is here in Vizima, at Novigrad's doorstep, both. And both require coin and ships. Novigrad can provide these. Which is why the mood in the city is rather, well, on edge.
Meaning?
How do men deal with fear? They seek reassurance and scapegoats. The Church of the Eternal Fire understands this perfectly, and so it promises to improve the lives of its flock by pointing out the guilty. Who started the war? Who profits from it? Why, it's obvious. Mages, elves, dwarves, in a word, any and all deviants. I've been stationed in Novigrad for 13 years. First as a consul, then as ambassador. I've seen a great deal. Cruelty, cynicism, greed. But what is happening there now concerns me greatly.
How do things look in Velen?
As bad as ever. Perhaps worse. This land never flowed with milk and honey, and now it flows with blood. Armies have swept through it several times, trampling fields, looting granaries, burning villages. Famine grips the populace.
So how's ruling that earthly paradise going for you?
Not well, to be honest. Our forces are spread thin as it is, and Velen is chiefly swampy forests that are difficult to control. We've had several patrols never return to their camps. Thus, we've temporarily delegated authority in this region to a certain Nordling, a former low-ranking officer in the Temerian army, one Philip Strenger, better known by his nom de guerre, the Bloody Baron. I advise you well. Avoid him.
How's the war going? I mean, apart from the fact that Nilfgaard's triumph is imminent.
I assume this to be a private conversation. We've no witnesses, so let's dispense with the propaganda, even that shrouded in irony. Our offensive was going splendidly until winter came. Edirn was in such disarray that we encountered no resistance. We had reached the Pontar before the first snows. Only a weakened Kedwen remained, and Radovid's Redania, which had ignored the rest of the North's pleas for help. We thought they'd sue for peace, perhaps even submit to vassalization. We waited for spring, certain of victory.
Radovid? Submit?
Yes, a vain hope, I agree. Radovid sent no peace envoys, nor did he advance on our positions. Instead, he trudged over the snow-bound Kestrel Mountains and attacked Kedwen, his ally. Took the Kedweni completely by surprise. King Henselt fought on the front line as always, and that is where he died. His soldiers lost the will to fight. They joined Radovid's ranks. And so by spring, instead of 2 weak enemies, we had only one powerful one.
What about Kavir?
Kavir values its neutrality, enough not to lend its armies, or more importantly, even its coin to either side. Returning to the war, this spring there was a massive battle in the marshes of Velen. Massive, yet indecisive. Both sides suffered enormous losses, unprecedented even. Radovid has retreated across the Pontar. He's safe for now, until reinforcements arrive from the south. Then Emperor Emhyr var Emreis will deal with him once and for all.
Couldn't you just go home? Save everyone a lot of marching, not to mention a few human lives.
I'm afraid the stakes are too high to fold now. We can only go all in.
Thanks for your help.
Think nothing of it. May the great sun light your path.
Well, okay. So how do I feel in regards to Henselt? Obviously, I'm someone who has spared them in The Witcher 2, and now is the time to talk about my Witcher 1, Witcher 2 decisions. I romance Shani, sided with Siegfried. Those are the only 2 choices that matter, that I would see mattering. If anything else is brought up, I'll mention it when it is brought up, but those are the only 2 things. I started with Order of the Flaming Rose, and I romance Shani. Not that the fact that I romance Shani will ever be brought up in The Witcher 2, Witcher 3, sorry. In The Witcher 2, I went with Roach all the way. I did save Yorvith in Vergen during the battle. It's an option, you can choose not to do it. Then I spared Lefo, I gave Anais to Radovid, we'll see how that turns out. Spared Saskia, spared the dragon. Killed Sheila, let Sheila die, and spared Lefo. Those were my decisions in the game. Alright. Just so you know where I stand. And spare Henselt, but not that it matters. In terms of Henselt, I'm perfectly fine with it because it does make logical sense. Henselt's hold on power, even if he won, even if he survived, was tenuous at best during The Witcher 2. Like, he had only been able to gather an army of 5,000 men, so Kedwen was very weak to begin with. And a lot of nobles didn't like Henselt, to the point that only a small portion of that army... Well, only a portion of that 5,000 strong army.
How might I serve the gentleman?
By returning my things.
Citrus and cloves. The fragrance will keep the gentleman's robes fresh somewhat longer.
Thanks, bunches.
The Emperor is not known for his patience. He wants his daughter back safe and sound, as soon as possible.
Yeah, mentioned something of the sort. So long.
Yeah. Anyway, what I was saying about Henselt, I'm fine with it, because his hold on power was weak. Only a portion of his army was willing to fight at Vergen. So... Radovid has the strongest nation. He had the strongest nation even before Foltest died. Redania is a country that has not suffered as much as every other northern nation due to the war or the post-war conflicts. Like, Kedwen is not very strong, wasn't very strong to begin with. So, what Radovid did makes sense. to a certain actually to a large degree. The choice was recognized, but they did so in a way to make Radovid the only remaining monarch, and I'm perfectly fine with that. There are other things that I'm still pissed off about, like Shani, but yeah, that's just something we're gonna have to deal with.
Wouldn't mind a few rounds of cards.
Alright, that's one round. Okay. Let's see how this goes. He won't win. He can't. No matter what he tries, unless he has... Yeah. There we go.
See you.
Okay. I'll travel to Velen soon. But first, I do want to talk with various people. I wonder...
Hey. Hail, Captain.
As hen as good.
I imagine I won't be able to see Emhyr again for a while. Obviously with someone like Charles Dance, you can't really record that much dialogue. I do hope that we get to see him on multiple occasions. Not just once or twice. We'll see. You know, I'm pretty sure most people will miss this. But then again, who gives a fuck? Wait. Yeah, locked, as you'd expect. And our frame rate is tanking. That, I believe, would be the main Nilfgaardian encampment. If I were to make a guess. As to what that is. Ooh, holy shit, man. That's Velen. It's pretty large, though looks can be deceiving. Alright. Let's do it.
Geralt and Yennefer were reunited. Something even more important happened in Vizima. Geralt learned that Cirilla, his one-time ward, had returned from afar, and she was in danger. He was to find her, at the Emperor's command and Yennefer's behest.
Take it easy.
Welcome to Velen. Nice place. Really nice and cozy. Probably a nightmare for any army to hold. The sea on one side, the river on the other. Wait. There's a quest there. I'll pick it up now. I'm all right. Of course, I would die when entering Velen to a bunch of drowners because I got a bit too cocky. Ghouls, I can deal with drowners. Well, still not quite ready for it yet. When I get a level 7, I'll go back to White Orchard, by the way.
That's it, Roach.
Now it's suddenly night. Good music, by the way, in the game so far. Quite impressed with it. Many songs, when it comes to video game music, most video game music, it may... Wait.
What do you want?
Rejoice, for even a creature as depraved and base in nature as you can serve the glory of the eternal fire. Someone must see to the corpses on the battlefield. Necrophages defile those not already rotting in mass graves. This is not right.
That's to be my good deed for the day?
A handsomely profitable one, I might add. I know your kind don't work for free.
All right, I'll take care of it.
This will count amongst your merits. The more good one works in life, the more hallowed things are. Yes, splendid. Here are the holy oils. Dash generously and set alight, understood? I wish it to flare up to the sky, for the glory of the eternal fire and all that.
Once I've incinerated the bodies, where'll I find you?
I shall be near the bridge to Novigrad.
Okay, I am officially impressed with Hairworks, or with the hair in this game.
Go.
In general. It's wet. It may sound so bloody insignificant, and I know that in the grand scheme of things it is so goddamn insignificant, but it's something you rarely ever fucking see in a video game. I am coming. A Barghest. Shit. Oh, well, it's actually just a wild dog.
Unbind me before the next ones come.
When they come, I'll tend to them. Meanwhile, let's you and me chat. Like to know who I'm untying.
John Verdon. Served in the 10th Maribor Division.
Long way from your army.
The army don't exist no more. Black Ones smashed it to bits. I scarpered off into the woods just before that happened. Joined a group of refugees. Fucking bursting with patriotism they were. Soon as they learned I'd abandoned Temeria in her hour of need, they beat me down. Tied me up like a turkey, left me to the drowners.
Fine, I'll help.
Oh, thanks. For a minute there, I was almost sure you'd leave me to die. I'd like to thank you somehow, but I've not a chip crown to my name.
Tough. I'll take the loss.
Thanks, Witcher. May you prosper on the path. Go.
I'll be fucked if I actually ride all that way. I mean, what's the point of being able to swim if you're not gonna use it? Oh, this might have been a very, very bad idea. Or not.
Jacko, a stranger! Saw him over there!
Strangers coming! Run for your lives!
Da! Strangers!
Okay. Calm your tits. Or so the saying goes.
Looking for a man. Goes by Hendrik.
What do you want with him?
Want to talk to him.
What about?
Give me a bottle of something strong.
You gotta go. I'll open the back way for you.
Got company. Who is it?
Innkeep, vodka.
Who's this'n?
Brave warrior, looks like. Got 2 swords, see?
Oi, great boy. What's the point of having 2 swords?
Wonder if he keeps an extra prick in his trousers too.
You fucking deaf? Gonna say who you are? Or do I need to loosen your tongue with me knife?
I'm a witcher. Heard you wondering about my swords. Well, one's for monsters, the other for humans. Only got 1 prick, though, in case you're wondering about that, too.
Don't touch him. Don't even look at him. Worse than lepers, that lot.
Saw one in action once. Killed a half dozen. Blood everywhere. Freak didn't even show a drop of sweat.
Got the stench of corpses on him.
If you want a rest, come with me. I've a bench you can use.
I step in the hut, and there's the bumpkin with what looks like his son. That's on the pretty side, I think to myself.
I say he'd probably disguised his daughter.
Horsons always manage to hide their lasses.
You know what? I'll buy a run around.
Velen was to be Hendrik, the Emperor's spy. Hendrik was operating incognito in that war-ravaged land. His mission, to gather intelligence about Ciri.
I step in the hut.
The Witcher's contact in Velen was to be Hendrik, the Emperor's spy. Hendrik was operating incognito in that war-ravaged land. His mission, to gather intelligence about Ciri.
Looking for him.
What do you want?
Want to talk?
What about?
Give me a
You gotta...
Got...
In! Who's this in?
Brave warrior.
Oi! Grip!
Wonder if he keep...
You fucking deaf? Gonna say who you are? Or do I need to loosen your tongue with me knife?
How about I buy everybody around?
Why would you?
Got the coin for it. Simple as that.
I don't drink with strangers.
We share a round, won't be strangers anymore. Then we go our separate ways.
And which way might yours be?
On my way to Novigrad.
City of whores and whoremongers.
Who are you?
Oh, aye. And why do you care?
Like to know who I'm drinking with. Just like you.
We're the Baron's men. And you're in his land.
A baron holds these lands? Must be quite a man. Doesn't seem to care a lick about all the Imperials here. More and more arriving, too.
Bloody Baron's not some poncy prick son of a rich lord. So no, he's not like to piss his britches at the sight of a black-winged head.
This is interesting stuff.
Our Baron's Baron, because that's the way we want it. And if that strikes anyone as wrong, well, we encourage them to speak their mind.
To your health. And mine.
Bottoms up!
If you want a rest, come with me. I've a bench you can use.
I step in the hut, and there's the bumpkin with what looks like his son. That's on the pretty side, I think, of himself.
They probably disguised his daughter.
Paulson's always managed to hide.
Thanks for not starting a row with those swine.
I don't generally poke my nose in other people's business.
Looking to stay the night?
No. I'm looking for Hendrik.
Man lives in Heatherton.
Don't know where that is.
Other side of the hill. Looked that away this morning, saw a strange glow. Imperials on the raid, perhaps. But who knows?
Anything else you can tell me about Hendrik?
Odd fellow. Arrived from who knows where and for no apparent reason. Shacked up with a widow whose husband was stabbed for a scrap of bread.
Baron's men don't like strangers.
Aye, and he stays out of their way. Always seems to know when they're coming. Always manages to disappear.
Thanks, Innkeep.
That's so. Let's have a look. You've got a young daughter.
Search where you will.
One of these days, you'll not hide her in time. Hear me? And you'll watch every lad in the unit shag her senseless.
Not everything. That only you.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
Alright, so. Right. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Well, first off, let's burn the bodies. But anyway, that's it. Costin here, signing out.